You got 1 minute. No, you got 3 minutes. He said, you had talked to Gino. Gino,
So I talked to Lieutenant John Monday.
okay.
They were gonna call, eight, beginning, so I will follow up, because he did tell me, because he told me about
Okay.
getting paid. But then he just said.
Okay,
I just don't want to
okay,
come
okay.
and take credit for it.
All right.
And I said,
Well, he said that. I'm mad. I don't tell anybody.
oh, no, for sure.
Yes. Yeah, Robert's
He
getting
said
off to
He
it.
said, so,
How do I look? Marvelous. Hmm.
Yeah, so they make sure.
Yeah, because that's what Gilda, because Gilda's pushing them. All right, bye.
I gave, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. How are you? I'm ready for
Chicago Common Council meeting will now come to order on Tuesday, November 26th, 2024. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
First District Councilwoman Monica Gonzalez.
Here.
Third District Councilman Terrence Hill.
Here.
Fourth District Councilwoman Stacy Winfield.
Present.
Fifth District Councilman Robert Garcia.
Present.
Sixth District Councilwoman Gilda Orange.
Present.
Councilman at Large Dwayne Rancifer.
Present.
Councilwoman at Large Vanessa Hernandez Orange.
Present.
Councilman at Large Kenneth Monroe.
Here.
President William Prince.
Speaking on tonight's agenda is the public hearing. Ordinance 24-0029. We have someone to speak on.
Councilwoman Cindy Phillips.
Thanks for remarks on the resolution.
Basically, this is related to our American Recovery Funds. The city received $31 million from the treasury a few years ago. Actually, it was all appropriated. It was appropriated to 4 major infrastructure projects. We have Overly, Lagoon, Stage, and Boulevard, which is still going on. All the money was appropriated. What happened was 4 phases, Lagoon, Exchange, and Overly, and the first half of the Boulevard came under the cost, projected cost, so we had extra money. So Treasury said that we have to obligate any money we have left over by December 31st. If we don't, we have to return it. Right now, we're at about close to 2 million. In this appropriation, we put down 3 million, up to 3 million, because we're not sure how the second half of the Boulevard, if it's going to come, how much under or over. So we're not sure, so we're just covering our, everything for in case it goes over. But right now, I don't believe it'll go over 2 million. So, and that's the reason we have this appropriation. So we have to appropriate. And the only way you can obligate it, it has to be a project that it's, you already bid it out, you have a contract, everything's been noticed to proceed. And right now, the city only has 1 project like that. That's the second half of the group. So there's no time to, conduct one new project. We'll never make it in time to shift to the bid packages and all that. So the Lagoon project is the only one that's ready to go the second half.
Thank you. At this time, do we have anybody from the public that is for or against ordinance 24-0029? Hearing none, this will close the public hearing portions. Let's move on to the regular meeting. And can I have a motion to accept the minutes for the regular scheduled meeting on Wednesday, November 13th, 2024?
So moved.
Motion was made by Councilman Monroe, seconded by Councilwoman Winfield. Any questions on the motion? Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Hill,
Abstain.
Winfield,
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Orange,
Same.
Rancifer,
Yes.
Hernandez Orange,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franciski.
Yes. We have any communications from the mayor?
No.
Any communications from department heads?
Yes, accounts payable warrant 110824 CC, accounts payable warrant 112624 CC, accounts payable warrant 112624 LA.
So moved.
Motion was made by Councilman Monroe, seconded by Councilman Rancifer to accept accounts payable warrants. Do you have any questions on the motion? Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Garcia,
No.
Orange,
Yes.
Rancifer,
Yes.
Hernandez Orange,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franciski.
Yes.
Payroll warrants biweekly 110824, payroll warrant biweekly 112224.
So moved. Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Monroe, seconded by Councilman Hill to accept the payroll warrants. Do you have any questions on the motion? Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Rancifer,
Yes.
Hernandez Orange,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franciski.
Yes. We have any committee reports? Moving on, do we have any board reports?
You got me on one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good evening, Chairman and Council. I wanted to come tonight to give you, at first I need to apologize. We killed a lot of little trees to bring you all this information tonight. But the East Chicago Library is very, very busy, and I want to make sure that you get in on some of the activities that we're doing. If people are getting bored, and don't have anything to do, there are many activities going on at the Chicago Library. We got, our crusade class coming up on December 7th. Friends of the Family is giving their annual Christmas bazaar. We invite each one of you to come. We've got back to our bingo. We're going to be making ornaments. So I'm not going to read all this to you. I'm just going to make sure that you get each one of these. And on behalf of the library, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Same here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With any other committee reports? Board report. We're not there yet. Oh. Moving on to board reports.
You're gonna know the road.
Good evening. God is good. First of all, I'd like to thank you all, the county council, for appointing me to the redevelopment board. I'm very excited about being a member of that board because the mayor has fulfilled his promise for East Chicago, and especially for the third district second county. Recently, just had a groundbreaking on Kennedy Avenue, building some new homes over there. Have a bid out, there'll be some new homes to be built on the lower part of Kennedy. Not only that, on December 3rd, the Harvest Group is having a groundbreaking on Railway Avenue and 151st, Councilman Hill District, and a lot of jobs coming to Chicago with that. That's something that property been an eyesore for many, many years, and the mayor's team have been able to bring some intrusion in this city, and we're glad to have that happen. Not only that, the redevelopment board, not only the board, redevelopment commission, the redevelopment department, they are doing work all over the city. They're making sure that every district get a fair share as far as work to be done in their area. And I'd like to give the hands on to the board and to the development department, to this council, and especially to the mayor. Thank you.
Next on board reports, we do have board appointees. Councilwoman Winfield.
Yes, I'd just like to report from the planning commission that coming soon, you will have Angela's Beauty Supply going to the first district, and Councilwoman Gonzalez area, it will be located next door to the Dollar Tree. Over on Grove, so they passed the tech review. It's just one little issue they're checking to see if they have to have spacing in the front. If not, they'll be starting that as soon as possible. So just excited to have a beauty supply on this side of town, and just happy for that to happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on, board reports, we do have some board appointees we need to vote on. It will be a say vote. I believe the first one, board appointment, is to redevelopment. There is only 2 positions available with 3 candidates. I'll name the 3 candidates off: Delilah Valdez Medina, Adrian Pena, and Randall Artis. So the clerk will go down to each council member and you will pick your 2. So we can start with that. For redevelopment board, this is redevelopment, pick 2 out of 3.
Gonzalez,
Valdez, Medina, and Pena.
Hill,
Pena and Artis.
Winfield,
Valdez, Medina, and Artis.
Garcia,
Belinda and Artis.
Orange,
Pena and Artis.
Rancifer,
Pena and Artis.
Hernandez Orange,
Pena and Artis.
Monroe,
Medina and Artis.
Franciski,
Valdez Medina and Artis. Next on their board appointment, the waterway management, there was only one candidate or one applicant, which is Jalen Robinson.
Do we have a tie on that? What's the votes?
Artist 8, Pena 5, Valdez Medina 5.
When we vote?
We vote.
We vote on one spot?
Correct.
Who is say that you want to record the votes verbally then for what we just had?
So we have right now, Randall Artis with 8 votes, correct?
Correct.
You have Adriana Pena with 5,
Correct.
and Delilah Valdez Medina with 5.
So the votes between the Valdez and Pena.
Correct. Start the roll call again, please.
Gonzalez,
Valdez.
Hill,
Pena.
Winfield,
Chavez,
Garcia,
Valdez?
Orange,
Pena.
Ransford,
Pena.
Hernandez Orange,
Pena.
Monroe,
Valdez.
Francisco.
Valdez.
Now what, Angela?
First for me.
I select.
Oh, wait, no, I was late. That should be it. Should be 5.
Who did we just miss? Who did we just
It's
get?
4, it was 4 for Pina and 5 for
I'll wait
Valdez.
for them to tally. It's,
4 for Pina and 5 for Valdez.
Okay.
The same.
It's 9 people. So
there's-
How you miscount on the first go round?
No, she didn't. There was somebody changed the vote.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, let's move on to the next board appointment. Counselor, do we have to just say an aye vote on that just because there's one, or everybody said that?
Everybody should just say it.
Okay. Next, we're moving on to board appointment, waterway management. There is only one applicant, which is Jalen Robinson. Can we get a roll call?
Gonzalez,
Robinson.
Hill,
Robinson?
Winfield,
Robinson,
Garcia,
Abstain?
Orange,
Robinson.
Ransford,
Robinson.
Hernandez Orange,
Robinson.
Monroe,
Yay.
Francisco.
Robertson. Next, we have board appointment for Board of Zoning and Appeals. There's one applicant, Cesar Perez. Can I get a roll call, please?
Gonzalez,
Perez.
Hill,
Perez.
Winfield,
Perez.
Garcia,
Cesar Perez?
Orange,
Perez.
Ransford, Hernandez Orange,
Perez.
Monroe,
Perez.
Francisco.
Perez. Moving on, do we have any ordinances on first reading?
No,
Any ordinances on second reading?
no, we do not.
Any ordinances on third?
Yes, ordinance 24-0029, sponsored Mayor Anthony Copeland. Additional appropriation ordinance appropriating certain monies received from the local fiscal recovery fund for payment of water and sewer infrastructure investments.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Monroe, seconded by Councilman Hill to hear ordinance 24-0029 on third reading. Do I have any questions on the motion? Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Ransford,
Yes.
Hernandez Orange,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes. Have any resolutions?
Yes, resolution 24-0021, sponsored Mayor Anthony Copeland, a resolution authorizing an initial deposit to certain revolving funds to avoid year-end negative cash balance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Orange, seconded by Councilman Monroe to hear resolution 24-0021. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. Somebody here to talk about it?
Yes, I believe we do have, Mr. Coleman.
Goldman Civic Color.
Did you have a question, Councilman Garcia?
Yes, hey, Val, under number one, it's got communication and revolving fund, an amount of not to exceed $20,000. Is that for billboards and the mailers?
No, that's for telephones and radios, they do the communications. Every department has different, they might have Verizon for their cell phones, they might have Comcast.
That's my only question, President.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes,
Orange,
Yes.
Ransford,
Yes.
Hernandez Orange,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franceschi.
Yes.
Thanks, Al.
Moving on to old business, do we have any old business? Councilwoman Orange?
Yes, Mr. President, I would like to bring resolution number 24-0017 up. And table to be voted on. Second.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Orange, seconded by Councilwoman Winfield. To put back resolution 24-0017.
Mr. President, can I have the title?
The clerk can read the title.
A resolution on Memorial Street naming the 49th block of Evergreen Street to Clarence J. Walker Street.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield.
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes,
Orange,
Yes.
Ransford,
Yes.
Hernandez Orange,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franceschi.
Yes.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to, hear resolution 24-0017.
Excuse me, Mr. President, may I be a co-sponsor of this, because I need to know where it was.
Yeah, we can put add your name onto it.
Please do.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Orange, seconded by Councilman Monroe. For resolution 24-0017. Any questions on the motion? Councilwoman Orange?
Yes, Mr. President, I'm asking the clerk to read this, in its entirety.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Resolution number 24-0017, a resolution on Memorial Street naming the 39th block of Evergreen Street to Clarence J. Walker Street. Whereas section 97.168 of the East Chicago Municipal Code prescribes the procedure for memorial street naming when the Common Council determines to honor a person, and whereas pursuant to section 97.168 of the East Chicago Municipal Code, the Common Council may honor a person by naming a city street. The public street shall retain its official name and legal status, and a suitable sign memorializing the honoree shall be installed at the location beneath the official street sign designated by the proper council resolution and indicating the name to be honored, to be so honored. And whereas Clarence J. Walker was a pivotal figure in our community and significantly impacted the lives of many residents of East Chicago. He was a graduate of Washington High School, class of 1946, and went on to be the first African-American to play at the Indiana State University, coached by John Wooden. He played 3 consecutive years in national championship, culminating in the 1950 NAIB national title, and was inducted into both the Small College Hall of Fame and the Indiana State Hall of Fame. He served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War, earning multiple honors, and dedicated 35 years to education in East Chicago, fulfilling various roles over the years. Clarence showed exemplary commitment to our community, education, and athletics during his dedication to East Chicago. Now therefore be it hereby resolved by the Common Council of the City of East Chicago that be it now ordered that the city engineer is hereby authorized and directed to honorarily designate the 39th block of Evergreen Street as Clarence J. Walker Street by placing a suitable name memorializing the honoree beneath the official street name.
Amen. Councilwoman Orange.
The Walker family is here, and, I just wanted to say a few words, and we'll do a lot more during the dedication, but I know that, Councilwoman Winfield, Councilman, Monroe, also Councilman Hill, had, really been affected by Mr. Walker. Myself, I wouldn't have went to college, even though I didn't finish. I wouldn't have went to college without him because he was a stickler for education. And he kept telling me, you gotta go, I don't care what you do, you gotta go, at least put your foot in the door. And as anybody know, I've been on this council a number of years, I've never named the street. And the family did not ask me to name the street, but I thought in honor of him and what he did for our community, because I live right next door to the Walkers. And I was telling Keith the other day that he took time with my son who was mentally challenged every day to talk to him to make sure that he wasn't forgotten on that street. And that made a big impact on me. And when my son first went to kindergarten, he told the people that his name was Jared Walker. And I kept saying, Jared, your name is not Jared Walker, your name is Jared Orange. He said, no, my name is Jared Walker. And that's because Mr. Walker had made such an impact on him and talked to him every day. So I would like for his one of his sons to come up. Kevin, if you could come up, just tell us a little bit about your dad.
This is just a little bit. First of all, I'd like to say good evening, Council President, Council at Large et al., Council Persons et al., staff, public. My name is Kevin Jordan Walker. I am the third son of Clarence Jordan Walker. I have with me the eldest, who is also the patriarch of the family now, Keith J. Walker, sister Adrian, Michelle Garrett, and my son and wife, Delta Walker and Karan Jordan Walker, aptly named after his grandfather. And not to take much of your most important time this evening, I'll leave the stack to the side because nobody brought lunch. I'd like to just summarize what I call the picture of an iceberg, because we can't even touch it. 10 years from now, we'll still be trying to get underneath what you see on the surface. So just summarize a few things about Clarence Jordan Walker. He was born in Washington, D.C., but the family moved to East Chicago at an early age, and he was educated in the Chicago school system. East Chicago, Washington. I know we have some Roosevelt people here, but nevertheless, you were able to be touched by him through his administration. While he was at Washington, he was a 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, and track. He then matriculated to Indiana State University, where he played basketball for the legendary coach, John Wooden. Just to give you a little background on that, John Wooden was a high school coach in South Bend before he went to Indiana State and eventually to UCLA, where he won all those championships. He was the first Black to play in any postseason collegiate basketball tournament. What's important about that is when Indiana State first went to the NAIA, which is now it was the NAIB rather, and now it's the NAIA for small schools. They were declined if they brought the Negro player. John Wooden took a stance and didn't take the whole team at all. So they didn't go, even though they were invited. Second year around, the same thing occurred. However, it was two small schools on the East Coast got wind of it and told the college board, if he can't play, we're not coming to the tournament. So they got heat put on. And they finally decided that he could play. But there was some adjustments, if I can use that word, that had to be made. Some of those adjustments were, he was not to stay in the same hotel. He was not to be seen eating with the team. He only could be seen on the court. Thank God for Baptist preachers. He stayed with a Baptist preacher in Kansas City. In 1949, 1950, which would have been his second year playing, they actually won the NAIB National Championship Tournament. So if any of you go to I-State, went to I-State, graduated, and just go down there to visit, make sure you go to the gym. It's worth seeing. He earned his bachelor's degree 1950 and his master's in 1952, both from Indiana State. Moving on, service. He served in the Korean War, was honorably discharged as a sergeant, and came home with a Purple Heart. Profession. When he returned from Korea to begin giving back to the city of East Chicago, he was in the school system for 35 years, 1954 to 1989. He started out at Lincoln School as a teacher, moved on to Roosevelt as a counselor, and ended up the assistant superintendent before he had to retire because of health. And he succumbed to bone cancer back in 1989. Some honors that he received posthumously was in May 11, 1991. The tennis courts at East Chicago Central High School were dedicated to Clarence Walker. If you go by there, there's a sign that says Clarence J. Walker Tennis Courts. November 2, 2018, he was actually inducted into the Small College Hall of Fame. And not to pump myself up, the family asked me to represent them at this banquet. And if you put Clarence Jordan Walker or Clarence Walker in Google or Safari, there is a caption there. And it talks about him briefly, but I had to speak there as well. And it was kind of daunting because it was maybe over 15,000 people there. But we got through it. In September 9, 2000, he was inducted into the Indiana State Hall of Fame with the 1950 NAIB National Championship basketball team. March 22 of 2022, he was inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. Lastly, his love for the kids. He taught karate at the Bessie Owens Community Center, so not just in the harbor or across town, but also in New Edition. Participated annually in the East Chicago Roosevelt faculty and student basketball game. He's mentored underprivileged youth throughout East Chicago and the Chicagoland area. So with that, as a spokesperson for the Walker family, we humbly submit this and agree as an affirmative to the unanimous decision. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other old business? Madam Clerk, roll call please.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yeah.
Garcia. Garcia,
Yes, I'm sorry, I had it on mute.
Orange,
Yes.
Ransiford,
Yes.
Hernandez Orange,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franciski.
Yes. Councilwoman Orange.
I'd like to, thank my co-sponsors, for sponsoring this with me and the Walker family for coming here today. And, I told Kevin a little bit that, because it's so late in the season, we're going to take time to do the dedication. And I'll let you guys, the mayor signs the actual, resolution, but I'll make sure that you get a copy of that. And thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, do we have any new business? Going to public expression, I believe I just have one with Ms. Warner Love. You spoke already? Yes. Have a motion to adjourn, please.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Garcia, seconded by Councilman Hill. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Ransiford,
Yes.
Hernandez Orange,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franciski.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
They don't say.